Isolation day 92, Thursday the 18th of June. I hope you're all well and you're looking after yourselves. Tonight I'd like to answer some questions that have been posted by both Lisa and Terry. So let's get into it. I'll read each of the questions and I'll see how I get on. So the first question that is asked by Lisa is, has less fat resulted in feeling more hungry? I think the answer to that question is, my brain is telling me yes, consuming more food, I'm consuming more carbs. So in theory, I should and be feeling hungry at all. When I stick rigidly to breakfast, lunch and dinner and I'm not eating any snacks in between, I think the answer is probably yes, I am still feeling hungry, but I'm not missing the protein as it stands. There's a caveat to that. I saw a picture of a barbecue and I saw the burgers and the sausages and bloody hell, I thought, you know what, I could eat burgers and sausages. I could have a barbecue. But day to day and sort of meal to meal, when I've finished eating, I'm not feeling like I'm missing out. The next question is, has spending more time in lows, so in hypo, also increased my appetite? I would say no, actually. If you think about keto, and if anyone is watching this and they're on the keto diet, you do restrict the foods that you eat. I found, and actually your appetite to a certain extent became used to restricting yourself in that type of food. This is just a different type of restriction. At the moment I can't eat things like, meat, fats, margarine, crackers, cheese, ham, eggs, all the stuff that I was eating before, I can't eat now. All the stuff I couldn't eat before and I wasn't eating before because I was worried about the spikes in blood sugar, I am eating now. So it's just a different restriction, I find. The next question is snacks and planned snacks. So yeah, different snacks. Before I would snack on pork scratchings, I would snack on cheese. Now, what I'm snacking on, and I'll show you some pictures. So here, you'll see a picture of kale, and we'll put kale in the oven and we'll eat it with nutritional yeast. I hadn't even heard of nutritional yeast, but actually when you put it on kale and apparently people put it on lots and lots of different food, it has the kind of not texture, but it reminds you of cheese. So it's almost like Parmesan cheese. So it goes with lots of foods. My wife and I will put chickpeas in the oven, and the chickpeas you can roast them, but I quite like to put this hot sauce with it, and they are perfect as a snack. Really very nice. Other than that, we bought a mandolin. And you can have the other couple of snacks that I like to eat, mainly because they've got a bite or they've got a crunch to them, is beetroot or parsnip. So we're roasting both beetroot and parsnip, and I'll show you a couple of pictures of those. They're really very good. It's almost like it's a crisp substitute as such. So those are the snacks that I'm eating. Did I snack before? Yeah. I did snack before. That was one of Lisa's questions. Did I snack before this diet? Under keto, yes, I did snack. And I would snack on, as I mentioned, cheese. I would snack on meats, ham and salami. I'd eat that for fun. I would snack on pork scratchings. I would also snack on quite a lot of nuts, dry roasted nuts, chili nuts. I really like those as a snack. But now I'm staying away from all of those things because of the fat content. This is just an alternative, really. The prep of food, it's interesting actually. I think the prep of food at the moment is much more time consuming because but that's mainly due to the fact that I'm counting the carbs to the carb, so I'm weighing everything at the moment just to be as accurate as possible. I think over time the reality is that there will still be probably more prep, because under a keto diet, salad doesn't take long to prep, and meat, reality is meat isn't a difficult thing to prep. You take it out of the oven, you take it out of the fridge, and that's relatively easy. With this, to a certain extent, beans, you have to put herbs and spices and other bits with it to give it a bit more taste. So yes, it does take longer, without a shadow of a doubt. The last question from Lisa is kind of one big question, which is, am I controlling protein? To a certain extent, I'm not really controlling the amount of protein. I'm just accepting that in the foods that I'm eating, there is protein. Under the keto diet, I was actually consuming extra protein because I was consuming meat. I was also consuming things like pork scratchings. I was also consuming, I had protein shakes. So when I trained and I exercised, I was having protein shakes on top. I was also drinking bone broth every day. Huge amounts of protein. Do I think that's an issue? Have I noticed a difference in the 5 to 6 weeks? Yeah, I mean, I am losing a little bit of weight. Am I still losing weight? No, that's plateaued, but I've probably lost 4 to 5 kilos in the 5 to 6 weeks. That is probably down to the fact that I'm not having enough calories at the moment, and I'm looking to increase that now. So now I'm going to be looking to increase for all of my meals to be 80, 90, 100 grams, and for snacks in between, I've tried to replace jelly babies with bananas. And actually that's going pretty well last couple of days. Now Terri Highfill has asked the question, are you reducing carbs for fibre when taking insulin? No, I'm not. You know, very straightforward answer. I'm not doing that at all. I really don't want to overcomplicate what already at the moment is relatively complicated to a certain extent. You know, living life with diabetes is complicated enough without taking fibre off of carbs, I think. When I was on keto, what I did do was I counted the protein rather than the carbs. But on this diet at the moment, I'm not doing that. I'm strictly sticking to the carbohydrate counting as prescribed by the Mastering Diabetes team. And as you say, Terry, yeah, you don't do it. I wouldn't bother doing it either at the moment. I'm sure there are other people out there that might prescribe to doing that, but I think it's an awful pain to continue to do something like that. Have I lost weight? Yes, I've lost 4 to 5 kilos in the 5 to 6 weeks, and now I'm pretty much at my perfect weight for my height and for what I was aiming for at the start. I'm certainly not looking to lose any more weight at all. So I hope that answers all of the questions that you guys had. And again, you know, what I'd say is I'm kind of learning as I go along. I'm more than happy to impart any knowledge I've got so far. I'm still only 5 to 6 weeks into this. You know, the next couple of days will be 6 weeks in, and I'm still having changes to my blood sugars. The last couple of days have been much better though. So, you know, tomorrow I will present to you my latest couple of decision trees, and you can see less lows. What I would say is the decision tree is really important to do. They make it very clear in the Mastering Diabetes book. I hope that was really useful to you guys. I will catch up with you tomorrow. Have a good night, okay?